Hello friends and good morning to you. You might notice we're in a little bit of a new location for this vlog. Celine and I have actually moved into a new place together. Temporary. I don't know how long the temporary is for, but we are in our era of just going with the flow currently in life. And I'm trying my hardest to not crash out. I don't even know where to start with kind of telling you guys the situation, what's been going on since I sold my flat. But all I'm going to say for now is we're in a new place together and we basically moved in like 2 days ago, kind of, but we're still very much not moved in, if that makes sense. Like there are boxes everywhere. The agenda for this week is to really just sort our ish out. We're actually going sofa shopping today, so I thought I'd start the vlog now, bring you guys along with us, and we'll see kind of what we find, if we like the look of anything. We have been in between just buying a new sofa that we can use later on when we actually move into the house we were meant to move into a very long time ago, or if we just buy something temporary for now and then leave it here. We're in two minds about it, but we are going to see some new sofas and see how we like them and how we feel about them. So I'm gonna head out now and you can come along with us.
Is she treating you or she wants you to treat her to a new sofa?
I'm always treating you.
It's lunchtime. Oh, if you have not had the loaded fries at Nando's, you need to. We just came out of the sofa shops and we were this close to buying a sofa and we were about to order it, and then I asked about the delivery and she said 8 to 12 weeks for the delivery to arrive, which that's almost 3 months. We're gonna have to find some other options for our sofa because there's no way we can be sitting on the floor for the next 3 months. So we're gonna have a look at some other stores or see if we can order the same thing online. I've definitely seen that sofa online before, but I can't remember where I saw it. But at least we know that it's really comfy now, so if we did order online, we don't have to worry about it being really hard. Hello friends, I'm back home. Sofa shopping wasn't a success, unfortunately. We just don't know what is happening. You know, it's so hard to make decisions when you just don't know what the hell is going on. We're just in a weird situation right now. I've got big plans and we're just in like a holding period, I feel, right now. So we're going with the flow, just trying to enjoy the process at the same time. I think we have agreed that we do want to get a sofa that we'll just keep and that can be moved to a new place as and when we move to a new place. I can't see us staying where we are right now very long, which is why I'm so reluctant to even find myself getting comfortable here or like even try and make it a comfortable space, which is so silly and just the wrong attitude, because obviously I don't technically know how long we'll be staying here, so I may as well just make the most of, you know, the space, and just for the sake of, yeah, making it homely and making it somewhere comfortable to live and get all the essentials that we need. So we're definitely going to get a sofa. My mindset is so torn between doing the bare minimum, because I just my mind is so fixated on the fact that I'm going to be having to pack up this entire house again and move somewhere else. Who knows where we'll be moving next. This is not our home, and it's not a forever home. It's not somewhere that we're going to stay for a long period of time. So I'm just battling my own head at the moment in terms of what to even put effort into, if that makes sense. As annoying as it is though, to be moving around and like moving your stuff around, it is making me realise what the essentials are and what are things that I'm just lugging around with me with no purpose, aka the amount of clothes that I have is just so unnecessary. But also, I have clothes for particular seasons, okay? So tell me, how am I meant to just get rid of a whole season's worth of clothes just because I don't need to use them now? But then that season rolls around and then I will need clothes like that. So I'm just trying to figure out like what I really need in terms of clothes and things that just take up bags and bags and bags of storage that I've just taken from location to location. And I'm just thinking, shall I just literally get rid of all of this? I don't think I need it right now. But there will be a time where I do need those clothes. When winter rolls back around, now that the seasons are changing, I'm finding myself in that situation where I'm like, okay, now I don't need jumpers anymore. But am I going to go dump all my jumpers somewhere and get rid of them? No, because I will need them again. So yeah, that's been a bit tricky, trying to figure out exactly like what I can just completely do without and just get rid of, for the sake of easing the load and not having so much stuff to cart around to different homes and just locations in general. But so far I've not found that much success with that. But that is what today's half job is going to be. So I've just pretty much started since I got home unpacking the living room. So everything's basically been dumped in the living room. It's actually looking a lot more empty than it was before. This room, oh, where are you going? This room was jam-packed with stuff. Obviously not just my stuff, Sunny stuff as well, but mostly mine. We also got a new drawer set that my brother helped put together a couple of days ago. So I actually have a few different pieces of furniture that I can start putting clothes away and stuff, but we don't have our wardrobes yet. I actually saw some really nice wardrobes in JYSK, so I'm just going to measure up and see if I can just order those online, because that'll make life a lot easier. And those kinds of things I definitely plan on taking with us to wherever we live next. So I definitely want to get something that hopefully will last, like moving about. But in any case, they're quite inexpensive for wardrobes. I think it was like £150 for the wardrobe set that I wanted, which is so much cheaper than the IKEA Pax wardrobes that I was looking at. I was thinking, oh, I'll just get these wardrobes from IKEA, then we can take them down and use them elsewhere. But I'm like, £2,000? £2,000 for a wardrobe? We're not at that stage yet. There's no point me doing something like that in a place where I know I'm not going to be staying, especially in case something gets damaged or I'm just not able to move it. My heart hurts thinking about leaving that amount of money behind. We are still packing up the living room, so I'm actually just going to plant you down somewhere. I might actually do a time lapse, and we can hopefully get rid of all of this stuff in the living room. So basically, because we're getting a sofa in, oh, someone's drilling somewhere. Hopefully you can't hear that. But we are planning to get a sofa in very promptly, so I really need to get rid of all my junk off this floor so that we can actually fit our sofa and get our living room looking more like a living room and not a dumping ground. So let's tackle all of this together. Okay, so I've pretty much emptied out the living room of all my stuff. Some stuff's still in there, but just don't have much storage to put things anywhere, and I think he just wants to deal with his stuff on his own anyway, because if I deal with it, then he'll have to constantly ask me where stuff is, and I can't be asked dealing with that. It's just easier if he sorts it out himself. So one piece of storage I did keep from my flat was I think they're called Alex drawers from IKEA. This set of drawers. And I've got a bunch of stuff that I kind of need to start filling these drawers with. Some of this stuff, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even use. Like, I've had these for ages and I just can't get on board with them. I don't even know why I bought them. These were meant to be period pants, I think. I can't remember why I actually bought these. But I've never worn them and I just don't think I'm ever gonna wear them. Like, pads are fine. But I keep keeping them because I'm like, it's an entire packet I haven't used. So it feels like a waste to throw them away. So I just keep lugging them about with me. I'm gonna start with unpacking these 2 boxes of stuff. And I don't have any drawer dividers or anything to work with. So I'm gonna try and fill my drawers with everything I have. And then once the drawers are filled, I'll have a better idea of kind of what I'm putting everywhere. Like what space I have for everything, and then I can figure out, okay, how can I use the drawers? I'm also going to go through and figure out what I actually want to keep, because I think there's a lot of things in here that I just don't need. Like, there's a lot of PR stuff that is duplicated as well. Like, I often get sent the same product multiple times. So I'm going to try and separate things out, and I might start doing some more secret giveaways. I did that a bit ago on my Instagram, and I secretly just messaged some of you guys and gifted you like a package of random like goodies. So if you follow me on Instagram and you're a regular commenter or viewer or just like supporter, well, that's very inconvenient. If you are someone that follows my Instagram and supports on there, then look out for a message. But anyways, I'm gonna get to this. Good morning, friends. It is a new day. I should probably stand this way because the window is on this side. I'm actually just making myself a little bit of breakfast. We're just having some toast, and I can't remember what I last showed you yesterday. I think I was tidying out the drawers and like unpacking all my like makeup skincare bits. Let me just put you down here. Sorry if this is a weird angle. I don't really know where to put you. I'm gonna put you here maybe. Yeah, I'll put you there, that's a bit better. Yeah, so I got through a couple of the boxes yesterday that I was putting into the Alex drawers. But then the Alex drawers pretty much got full to the brim. So then I couldn't really put any more in, and I literally don't have any more storage at this point. So I had to take a pause on unpacking like makeup-y bits. I think I've unpacked all my makeup, my skincare, but all my hair stuff is still in a box. I need to figure out where I'm going to put that. But for now, I've just left it. I'm just making little mini toast pieces. So yeah, today I think the agenda is, so basically one of the stores that we went to yesterday, we saw those bedside tables that we really wanted. They weren't in stock there, but they are in a different store, which is about an hour away from us. So I think we're planning to go there to pick up the bedside tables. I did a quick measure up of where that wardrobe would go. I think I showed you the wardrobe. But we saw a wardrobe there that actually matches the bedside tables, which I thought was really cool. That is the best option I've seen so far, and we really do need to get a wardrobe in, so we can properly unpack our clothes. I'm probably going to get that ordered as well. And we still are on the hunt for a sofa, because we need our sofa, when we choose it, to be delivered literally like within the week, which I know isn't that common, but I think there is somewhere called the Sofa Club. They're based in Manchester, I think, or they have a shop in Manchester, and I'm pretty sure their website says next day delivery for their sofas. I don't know if that's on certain sofas, but I'm really hoping that if we see something we like, I'm hoping we can just order it and get it within the week. But the only reason I'm not ordering online is because sofas are one of those things. I've done it before online, where I've seen the look of it, it looked nice, it functioned how I wanted it to function. I bought it, it was rock solid, it was not a comfortable sofa. And the sofa I used to have in my flat, I've actually given to my brother now. So he's literally got hand-me-downs of all my flat furniture pretty much, because we were meant to be starting off fresh in terms of decorating a new place and blah blah blah. It would have been easier if I'd just had that stuff, to be honest, for now. Like, that's temporary, but yeah, he's got all my furniture now, so I'm just trying to strategically think about, okay, if I buy something new now, it needs to be good quality, it needs to be comfy, it needs to be something that I'm going to keep no matter where I'm living. So that's what I'm bearing in mind, because yeah, I don't fancy having to buy a third sofa after we move out of here. I love Warburton's bread. It's just so nice. It's such a weird situation when you have certain plans and they just really don't work out at all how you expected them to, and you have to kind of reroute yourself and just get it done because you're time pressured, and you know you need somewhere to live and you need somewhere to actually like operate properly from. But in the meantime, in the back of your head, you're like, but this is temporary, so you're trying to battle with that. So yeah, a lot has been going on physically and mentally. But you know what? I'm just really glad to have a roof over my head, full stop. What I really need to do is do just a bit of a home shop and also a grocery shop. We have no groceries in, we literally have bread and butter. And we have some mitai as well from Eid, but that's as much as the food that we have. Like, I need to get myself a kitchen bin. Like, we don't even have a bin. We don't have any like wash it up liquid or sponge for the dishes, so I've just been piling dishes in the sink. Also, let me show you guys this. So this is currently the cutlery drawer. I haven't emptied anything out of the bubble wrap that I put everything in, just because we don't have those drawer dividers and things, so I need to go and get some of those to actually unpack this properly. So that is what the cutlery drawer is looking like right now. So it's things like that that I just need to get sorted so that I can actually start using the kitchen properly. Everything's like in my brain. I need to write these things down so I stop getting overwhelmed and forgetting what I actually need to get and then not getting anything, because that's been happening a lot lately. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go get ready for the day because clearly I am not ready for anything today yet. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. We have arrived at the Trafford Centre. This is where the sofa club is meant to be. It doesn't say online though where exactly in the Trafford Centre it is, and it's quite big, this shopping centre. So we're going to have to figure out where exactly we're meant to go. I haven't actually been to this shopping centre in years. We never come here. But let's go inside. We found it.
Huh?
But it's not actually a store. It's a little pop-up shop. Hello friends, I am back home now. I tried to vlog as much as I could while I was out, but I feel like when I try and talk in public, because I always talk really quietly, you never end up actually probably hearing what I'm saying. So I thought there's no point, I'll just update you properly when I get home. And if you saw from the clips, the sofa place that we went to see wasn't much of a shop. It was literally a little pop-up in the middle of the mall. And I don't know what I was expecting, but it definitely wasn't that. So, you know what's actually funny is that even though they had like 2 sofas on display, one of the 2, or one of the 4, I think there was about 4 sofas, was actually one that I sent Sunny a while ago as a good option for us to get. And it was affordable and it was actually there. So we sat on it and lo and behold, it was actually a lot firmer than we thought it was going to be. So we're not keen on it anymore, and we just keep comparing it to the sofas that we saw in SCS the other day. By the way, little side note, I've been calling JYSK, and weirdly enough, my phone has been listening and it came up with a video on my TikTok For You page earlier with this girl shopping in what I've been calling JYSK, and in the comments loads of people are correcting her pronunciation of it and saying it's called Jusk or
something like that, which if I've been pronouncing it wrong, then I've been pronouncing it wrong, but I don't still actually fully know what the right pronunciation is because nobody in the comments could fully agree on the pronunciation. So for now, to me, it's called JYSK. But thinking about it, that's a really long name. It would make more sense if it was just or Jysk. Because it is a Swedish furniture company? So it's definitely a Swedish name. But anyways, I'm just acknowledging that I've not got the name right, but I still don't know what the correct name is. But on to the sofa club. So yeah, we just basically keep comparing it to the SCS sofa that we saw the other day because it was so comfy, and we're just so annoyed that we were literally about to buy it and then they told us 10-week wait. It's just not doable for us. So we're on to plan B now with the sofa situation, and plan B is actually secondhand sofa. Now, this is something that I really didn't want to do at all. I did not want to get a secondhand sofa because, just a thought, like, I don't want to think about it too much, but the only reason I've gone back to that is just because I don't want to buy a sofa new online without having sat on it first. That's just like a no-go for me right now because I think I've explained this to you already before, but I just don't want to get it and then it's firm and it's not comfortable and it's not what we want and then we paid full price for it and we're not even going to enjoy it. So I always had in mind that I want to buy the sofa that I've already sat on and know is comfortable. But that hasn't really worked out for us. So there's only so many sofa shops you can go to in your local area. Like, we travelled an hour today just for that little pop-up shop. And Sonny and I were just thinking, there is no point us like sourcing sofas outside of our local area. We're just going to have to make do with like what is around us. And we've been to pretty much every shop that is around us. So we've kind of been left with no choice but to kind of expand our reach into secondhand sofas. And we thought it would be all right because obviously we can go and have a look at the sofa before we choose to buy it, so we can see the state that it's in. But also Sunny has a wet vac, so we can give it a good proper clean ourselves anyway. So I'm not too worried about like us not being able to get stains out, or I don't know, whatever condition they're in. But I'm still hoping to get something in pretty neat condition. Like, I want something almost new, something that maybe someone's used for a month and then decide to get something else, or not even barely use and just change their mind on their sofa, that kind of thing. So it's not something that's been really worn into for years. We're not intending to buy something like that because we do still want a decent sofa. But I don't know, it's just the whole temporary situation again. We're kind of like, well, what if we change our mind on the sofa later and then we just bought a new one that fits this place, but then when we move again, what if we have a different idea of what we want? And if you're not in the home that you intend to stay in, I don't think there's any point in buying brand new stuff. But then one side of my brain is telling me, but then now you're going to pay for things twice because you're buying this sofa with the potential of not using it later. So you're going to buy another brand new sofa later and then you're basically paying for two sofas. So that's why I'm trying to go for something that I could potentially use later as well, even though it's secondhand, because it's going to be almost like new, good condition. Maybe it just needs a bit of wet vacuum. It's not tattered, and it's significantly lower price than buying it brand new. So we also aren't going to feel the pain of wasting loads of money if we don't end up using it later, if that makes sense. Anyways, that's what's going on in the brain and just in this sofa scenario anyway. We really do want to get a sofa in this week. So yeah, time is really ticking, but I found loads of options online. I've actually been on Gumtree, which, strangely enough, so many options. I literally just typed in sofa secondhand into Google and Gumtree came up, so I just had a look through. And I've just said, look at how many links I've sent Sunny just on the drive home. 1, 2, 3, can you see these? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 options. And they're all like a similar vibe. We do want to stick with the neutral tones. And they're quite big, some of them, for like a fraction of the cost that what we saw them in the showroom, because obviously they're not brand new. And they're all local as well, so it'll be easy for us to just go and view them. So I'm going to have a look through them and narrow them down again, because Solly's like, we're not going to be able to go and see all 10 sofas. So I need to narrow down my choices to 1 or 2 that we can go and inquire about and just go and see if we want to get it. You know what's really unsettling about living in a house? So this is the first time, by the way, guys, I've lived in a house since before I moved out. All through uni, I lived in flats. I obviously lived in a flat when I moved out into my own flat that I owned. And then while I've been living with my brother, he lives in a flat as well. So this is the first time I've moved into a house, and I don't know why the idea of having your own front door actually scares me. Just when it comes to post and having to answer the door, it's like, oh, you are now in my doorway and in my personal space. And I don't know, it just feels weird. So I've been really reluctant to order things for delivery because I have this weird irrational fear of opening my front door. I don't know, that sounds insane. But in my head, that's what's going on. Like, I don't know how to explain it. And I think it's only just because my front door was never my front door. There was always, like, you know, one layer of protection. As in, there was the main communal front door in the flat building. But then people had to get through that still to get to me. So it was still like, you can't catch me off guard in a flat because I have to buzz you in, first of all. And second of all, if I didn't buzz you in and you come and knock at my door, I can definitely ignore it because you wouldn't have known if I was in. But if someone knocks on my front door in my house, if I peek through the window, they're going to see me if I want to check who they are. I don't have a peephole as well in the door. So I just have to rip the band-aid off and fully just open that front door and see who's there and see what they want and see what happens after that. Like, there's no preparation. I don't know.
Hello friends, how are ya? I'm actually back home now. I forgot to bring you with me when I went out. Sorry about that. But we basically just went to go and collect our wardrobe and bedside tables. Guys, when I ordered the stuff, I ordered it in the brown. I think I already showed you in the shop that we saw before. And I was really looking forward to have some really cool brown furniture because I've always had white and I've never had brown before, but I thought it'd just look really nice. I don't know. But last minute I ended up changing it back to white just because I realised I've got a bunch of furniture or like drawer sets that are already white. So I thought it's going to look really odd, mismatched like colours. If I put the wardrobe in one room and then I have a drawer set that's already white that I already own, it's just going to look a bit weird. So I thought, let's just keep everything the same, and then whatever colour scheme I ever go with, white's always going to match it, so it won't get outdated. I don't have any tools to make this stuff, so I'm going to check what tools I actually need, and maybe I'm going to have to pop out and get some screwdrivers or something, or order a set online. So these two are the wardrobe. I was thinking there was going to be a picture, but I can't show you a picture. And then these two are the bedside table, so this is what it looks like. It's pretty diddy, but I'm going to attempt to start building these myself first. Also, I don't know if I showed you, but I put the stand and the TV together. So that's how this side is looking right now. There's so much junk either side. Also, our internet isn't working, so we need to get that sorted tomorrow. There is actually so much stuff getting sorted tomorrow. We're actually having a sofa come. I think that's the plan. We're going to have a sofa come, and potentially that'll be the sofa that we have, and I'm so excited for it. When you guys see the sofa, you'll know that I fully prioritise comfort over everything, because I spent so many years with a really uncomfortable sofa. Like, it did its job, but it was so uncomfortable and hard. So this time, now that I'm a bit more experienced in buying furniture and understanding the purpose of furniture, yeah, I'm really prioritising comfort, particularly with the sofa, because I've not had a comfortable sofa of my own. Like, when I lived in my flat, that sofa was not comfortable at all. But it was what I could afford at the time, and it served its purpose. So, I mean, we love it, but this time around, I'm so excited for the sofa, you guys. And it's not going to come till tomorrow, I don't think. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you in this vlog, but I'll keep you updated anyway. But you guys, I'm pretty much gonna end the vlog here, I think, just because I've been vlogging very last minute lately, and this video I literally need to get up tomorrow and I don't want to miss an upload day. So I think I'm gonna leave it there. I really hope you guys have enjoyed. Get ready for more vlogs in this space. I'm very excited to actually start creating corners of spaces where I can actually do my filming and stuff, more so my short form, like for TikTok and Instagram. You guys over on here, you'll probably see every little corner of this place, because when I'm vlogging, I don't even think about what's in the background, but more so when I'm doing like sit down videos on my other like socials, it's usually like a set, I don't know, background and stuff. So I'm excited to kind of create those spaces. Anyway, stay tuned for next week's vlog and we'll see what we get up to, and we'll see what updates I have to share with you. That's gonna be so exciting. Hopefully we have so fun. I don't have to sit on this little chair. You guys take care. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll catch you next week. Bye guys. Mwah.